Live from our campus studio near the base of Mission Peak, this is Ohlone Tri-City News, featuring stories about our neighbors in Fremont, Newark, and Union City.
Good evening and welcome to Ohlone Tri-City News for Wednesday, October 19th, 2022. I am Rebecca Twyman, and now the news. Voting has started for the November 8th election. Alameda County voting officials have mailed ballots to all registered voters living in Fremont, Newark, and Union City. If you have not received your vote by mail ballot, you can call 510-272-6973 and request a new ballot or contact acvote.org/VBM. Along with your ballot, you will receive an official Alameda County's voters guide that will explain all of the candidates and issues on the ballot. And remember, if you have not registered to vote, you have until October 24th to register online at acvote.org. If you want additional information about the candidates and the issues in this election, you can find more information at votersedge.org and ballotspedia.org. You can vote by mail. Make sure to follow the instructions and mail it before Tuesday, November 8th, 2022. You can also deposit your ballot at official polling stations and election deposit locations located at Fremont, Union City, and Newark City Halls. In Fremont, we will be voting for City Council Districts 2, 3, and 4. And Fremont School Board Area 3, Union City residents will be voting on City Council seats 2, 3, and 4. And New Haven Unified School District School Board Area 4. Newark voters will be casting their ballots for mayor, city council, and school board members. And you can get your questions answered at acvoter.org. Last week, a local spooky favorite returned to the Fremont Hub to provide fun for the whole family. Since 1969, the Candlelighters Ghost House has created wonderful memories for all ages. Every year they set up their family-friendly haunted house in the historical 19th century carriage house. This year's haunted house theme is based on witches through time, as each room showcases witches throughout history from olden times to current. Also, every room of the haunted house has a hidden black cat in it. If you have little ones too afraid of big scares, but still want to experience the haunted house, they offer a good fairy guide where the fairy leads your family through the haunted house without big jump scares. Along with the ghost house, there are several games, face paintings, caramel apples, a store, snacks and desserts geared for fun for the whole family. Also, the Candlelighters is a nonprofit where all of their earnings go to events and organizations across the Tri-City community. The ghost house is open every day until October 30th. Admission to the haunted house is $4 and game tickets are 50 cents each. To learn more about the Candlelighters and the ghost house, visit candlelighters.com. Students at Ohlone College's theater department aren't just learning how to read Shakespeare, they're also learning skills that will benefit them in real life as well. Here is Brandon with the story.
Memorization, and even athletic fitness. Students studying theater often come out of it learning skills they take with them into the real world, actor or not.
Being able to speak in public spaces, like on stage, a lot of core, just belief in myself.
You could do it.
The one thing that I appreciated with the theater in my younger years, I got to learn how to work with a lot of different kinds of people, types of people. And that's helped me throughout my growth as a professional.
I mean, acting really is just the study of being human. So being able to really connect with other people and communicate clearly has been it's invaluable in every walk of life.
I grew up very shy, and at a certain point I kind of was able to break from it, and I thought I fully broke from it. But then I took the acting and realized I really hadn't. And recently I feel a lot more like I can I can be me and not need to hold back anything.
In September, the Ohlone College Theater Department has begun resuming classes in performing arts on stage and in front of the camera.
We always wanted to do an acting class. Why not? Let's jump on into it. And we did it, and it kind of fueled all of us in our own way, a little spark of I really like theater.
What drew me here was I met a friend and they, it was just like the first day of classes, and I just happened to mention that they were going to an improv class here at Ohlone, and I was like, ooh, improv, that sounds like a lot of fun.
Lots of times it's just to check off a GE requirement, and then they just fall in love with it. Some are coming in from high school experiences, and they want to continue that same kind of theater or drama or arts in general.
Students in Ohlone College's theater department get lots of opportunities to put their skills to the test.
They get to have new opportunities and get to see what they may appreciate. Art appreciation, music appreciation, theater appreciation, of course, are all things that we want to have as an individual as we get older, right, as we go through life.
We collaborate on so many different projects throughout the season. So we're a theater and dance department, and we have a great tech team. We're doing show after show, whether it's theater or dance, and then musicals and so on. And we just have a nice flow because we've gotten to really learn each other and work together.
But it isn't just classes and homework in this department. Students outside of class also find themselves members of a close-knit and open community.
Had nothing but positive experiences while I'm here so far, so I hope other people can come and share that with me. Yeah.
Everyone is very supportive. It's very much, if you make a mistake, no one's going to point out your flaw. And if they do, it's more so in a productive, like, and here's how we can fix it sort of thing, as opposed to like, you did this wrong and you need to fix this, you know?
In the spring, students can act and direct in short plays and skits in the annual student repertory class. Students who want to take part in a bigger production can join the department's fall play. This year, Ohlone College is putting on a production of Nick Deer's Frankenstein.
I'm very proud of the productions that we've been able to do over the years.
A wonderful department. Everyone should try because you learn so much from yourself, about others, and about what theater means to Ohlone.
I was a mechanical engineering major, and I am switching to have a theater major.
I would say if anyone watching has even a little bit of interest, just jump on into it. Like it's very a leap of faith, but once you get in it, you'll know really, really quickly whether it's something you like or not.
If you want to learn more about how you can join the department, please go to www.ohlone.edu/theater and dance to learn more. This is Brandon Tran at the Ohlone Smith Center reporting for Ohlone Tri-City News.
A remodeled building is finally open up at the Fremont campus. Stay tuned, we'll tell you after this break.
There are 16 million children struggling with hunger in America. That's 1 in 5 daughters, sons, neighbors, and classmates who don't know where their next meal is coming from. Yet billions of pounds of good food go to waste every year. It's time we do something about it. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide meals to millions of kids and families in need. Visit feedingamerica.org to help them feed even more. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
Some Ohlone College late start classes still have seats available for the fall 2022 semester. Although very limited, there's still space for some business, music, and kinesiology classes that start October 24th. To register for more information, you can visit Ohlone College's website at ohlone.edu. Students will no longer need to go off campus to enjoy a good meal. The cafeteria is located above the bookstore next to Building 5 and labeled as Dining Hall. It is next to the pond, so you can admire the peaceful and beautiful scenery while you enjoy your meal. The cafeteria remodel with its new modern look provides students and faculty a warm and welcoming environment. The cafeteria will be open Monday through Thursday from 8:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. With students and faculty going through such a rough time due to COVID-19, hopefully the opening of the cafeteria can bring us all together once again. Have you ever struggled with your communication classes? Well, Ohlone has a service that can help you with them. Here's Armando with the story.
Ohlone College has a student service that can help with your fear of giving speeches.
Public speaking is what I like to call a high-anxiety sport, different research studies have shown that 1 out of 4 Americans would rather die a terrible death than give a speech.
The Communication Lab helps with this fear.
It's definitely given me a level up when I'm talking to outside employers.
Without the Comm Lab, they don't have a place to go to practice their speeches, to ask for help. We've seen just an increase in student success and retention with the Calm Lab in place.
Students got to interact and connect outside of class, and when you look at research on retention and success, it's the students who hang out after class on campus and interact with each other that actually are successful.
The lab depends on its student tutors.
This is my first semester tutoring here. You get to meet a lot of people in your major, interact with people around here, and also just have a more, after the pandemic, you have more interactions with students.
I was actually scouted by one of the communication professors specifically to be a tutor, and I kind of just jumped on the chance because my initial reaction to the lab when I was a student was really good, so I wanted to kind of see what the perspective was from a tutor side, and I've loved it ever since.
Communication lab tutors are given many benefits.
I'm a communication major, so one, it looks really good on applications when I do send out for transfer.
Gives them an opportunity to put something on their transfer applications and resumes that say that they were a speech coach, which is really effective for future employers looking at their applications.
The Communication Lab has a staff of approximately 15 tutors. However, the department is looking for more tutors.
I think something we could do is have a better ratio to tutors to students, just so we can spend more time with each one and their specific questions.
Tutors enjoy being able to help others and work with others. Ohlone College instructors encourage students to use the lab and tutor there too.
Tutoring is a wonderful experience to be able to connect with other students and help them improve their communication skills.
The lab can help students succeed better in their communication assignments and speeches. The Communication Lab can be found on the Fremont campus and can be found on the Newark campus. Open Monday through Thursday from 9 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. and on Fridays from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. The Communication Lab is a great tool for students looking to practice their communication skills and for communication majors to gain professional experience. From the Ohlone College Fremont campus, this is Armando Galan for Ohlone Tri-City News.
Drop, roll, and cover because the Great California Shakeout is coming up. Millions worldwide will be practicing earthquake drills at work, school, or home. California will be practicing earthquake safety tomorrow. If you want to participate as well, you can find more information at shakeout.org. Drop, roll, and cover. Let's take a look at this week's entertainment with Brandon.
The BTS Army is losing the boy band to the Army. That's right, South Korea has a mandatory 2 years of service in the Army for every male aged 18 to 28. And popular K-pop group BTS have announced that all of its members are joining by the end of October. Overseas, Jodie Whittaker is starring in her last episode of Doctor Who. The Power of the Doctor is premiering on the BBC America channel this Sunday at 7:30 p.m. and marks the end of both Whittaker's and showrunner Chris Chibnall's time on the long-standing show. Ncuti Gatwa is helping to take over the role of the Doctor, and former Doctor Who showrunner Russell T Davies is set to make his return. Staying with British entertainment, Robbie Coltrane, most famous for his role as Hagrid in the Harry Potter film series, passed away last Friday at the age of 72. The actor had been ill for 2 years with osteoarthritis. Many of his former co-stars have posted on social media remembering the late actor. Production company Rooster Teeth has come under fire again, this time for underpaying their workers and using homophobic slurs. Recently, an ex-staffer came out stating the company only paid her $40,000 a year despite them forcing her to work over 16-hour workdays. That's not the worst of it, however, as the use of not just homophobic but racist slurs was prevalent when it came to the top brass of the company. Since the allegations, multiple employees at the company have admitted to using slurs, and even more have come to share their stories of abuse at the company. Halloween Ends earned over $40 million in the box office sales since it released in theaters last Friday, topping the box office charts. Surprisingly enough, on Rotten Tomatoes, the film sits at 57% on the audience score and a much lower 39 on the tomato meter. That has gotta hurt. In video games, Splatoon is a game when you play as Inklings or Octolings, trying to cover the floor with your colored ink. The game released its second sequel, Splatoon 3, in early September of this year. Just recently, a VTuber group by the name of Shinsogumi were banned from YouTube for using the game to stream adult content. The group had managed to use the ink in the game as a green screen, and were playing to see which side could be banned first. Well, it seems they got what they wanted because as of this broadcast, multiple accounts participating in the stream were banned. In a surprise turn of events, Markiplier is starting up an OnlyFans. The popular YouTuber released a video this Sunday stating he would only do so if his viewers boosted his 2 podcasts to the top of Spotify and Apple charts by listening to them. The 2 podcasts in question are Distractable and Go, one of my favorite sports teams. All proceeds from the OnlyFans will be going towards charity, so start listening. The greatest musical ever written is coming to town. Natasha Pierre and the Great Comet of 1812 is having its first ever West Coast premiere this November at the Astor Theater in Berkeley. And you're invited. Featuring a story pulled straight from the War and Peace, the show tells the story of soon-to-be-married Natasha Rostova as she enters into an affair with bad boy Anatole. With an exciting electropop score written by composer Dave Malloy and immersive seating that allows you to sit on stage in front of the actors, The Great Comet is a party of a lifetime you cannot miss. The show is running from November 5 to December 30th and is being produced by Shotgun Players. Tickets go from $30 to $60 and an audio description performance is scheduled for December 4th. For more information and to purchase tickets for yourself, you can visit them at shotgunplayers.org. That's it for this week's entertainment. Back to you, Rebecca.
Thanks, Brandon. That show looks like a lot of fun, a lot of drama. There was a celebration on Ohlone soccer field just this past week. Stay tuned. We'll tell you after this break.
I tell my son, I love you every single day. Now, my dad has never said that to me. Not because he doesn't love me, but because culturally it wasn't comfortable for him. Now that he's a grandfather, he says, I love you to my son every time he sees him. My advice to all the fathers out there, forget the cultural restrictions. They grow up way too fast for you to waste even a single precious moment.
Holiday for the Arts is a 3-day event by the Olivia Hyde Art Guild that any art lover can attend. Entry is $15 in advance and $20 at the door. Inside, members can be offered drinks and delicacies while getting a first look at the art that will be shown at the show. The show on the 22nd and 23rd is free to attend, and original art is available to purchase as a nice holiday gift. Any money paid to the holiday show and sale goes towards art programs, supplies, and scholarships for high school and Ohlone College students. So what are you waiting for? Take a peek at Holiday for the Arts show and sale at the Olivia Hyde Art Gallery at 123 Washington Boulevard in Fremont, starting October 21st at 5:30 p.m. Last Friday was a packed night at the Ohlone soccer field. The whole community was celebrating an India festival. Here's Kalpana with the story.
Last Friday, an Indian cultural event called Garba was hosted at the Ohlone soccer field. Garba is a dance form which originated from the western state of Gujarat. A huge stage was set up on the grounds and the whole community was swaying to the live music and orchestra by one of the most renowned Gujarati folk singer, Mr. Achal Mehta. To top it off, there was an extraordinary performance by dancers from the Rangila Ras studio. Women in vibrant Gujarati attire, balancing clay pots over their heads, performed rhythmic Gujarati folk music. It was a feast for the eyes. The night wouldn't be possible without the huge number of sponsors and vendors selling beautiful handcrafted Indian clothing and jewelry and mouth-watering Gujarati cuisine from the Milan restaurant. And the man who brought this wonderful event to the Ohlone community, Mr. Chirag Dev. This is Kalpana Pachipala for Ohlone Tri-City News.
Union City's Community and Recreation Services are looking for teen volunteers ages 12 to 17 to help at their Halloween Carnival. The volunteer hours for the Carnival will be on Sunday, October 30th from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. Students can earn up to 4 hours of service that they can sign off if they bring their own community service forms from their high school. At the Carnival, volunteers will operate carnival games and host carnival crafts. They will hand out candy and prizes to kids who win at the booths. They will need to wear a costume that is appropriate for children. The location is the Holly Community Center at 31600 Alvarado Boulevard in Union City. If you would like to volunteer, contact Vanessa Munoz at vanessam@unioncity.org or 510-675-5491 for more information. Let's take a look at this week's weather with Armando.
Thank you, Rebecca. How you doing, folks? So, this is this week's weather. So, for today's highs, it was a noticeable change, actually. It was actually pretty warm today. However, just about, low 80s, high 70s. That's where we really topped out, except for Santa Cruz over there, 86, kind of off in their own way. Santa Cruz usually is the coldest. However, it's the warmest today, which is a bit different. Now let's toss it to tonight's lows, rather. And tonight's lows, just mid-range 60s, low 60s as well. Nothing really in the high except for Dublin at 68. So if you're used to sleeping with the AC on, maybe turn on the fan instead tonight. It's going to be pretty chilly. Highs for tomorrow, mid-range 80s, 85 in San Jose, however, and then just typically around the rest of the Bay, mid-range 70s to low 70s. San Francisco at 63, however. That's pretty cold. So, yeah. 5-day forecast, Thursday through Saturday, it's going to be pretty cloudy. For the most part, the high is going to be 89 inland, and then you're typically going to just see low 70s to high 60s throughout the rest of the week. Sunday and Monday, it's going to be pretty sunny, so put on those sunglasses. All right, that's it for the weather, folks. Thank you so much for tuning in, and now back to Rebecca.
Thanks, Armando. This weather's been quite unpredictable, cold and then hot. Do you know that there are tours of the local Tri-City area? Stay tuned, we'll tell you more information after this break.
There are 16 million children struggling with hunger in America. That's 1 in 5 daughters, sons, neighbors, and classmates who don't know where their next meal is coming from. Yet billions of pounds of good food go to waste every year. It's time we do something about it. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide meals to millions of kids and families in need. Visit feedingamerica.org to help them feed even more. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
Ohlone College will be holding a celebration for 50 years of Deaf Pride. They will be opening up a time capsule with a guest speaker. The speaker is former Ohlone College Deaf Division Dean Ron Burdent. The 50 years marks the establishment of educational programs. The program has grown to become the largest of its kind at the community college level. The celebration is being held on October 26th from 3 to 5 p.m. at Building 6 on the Fremont campus. For more information, you can visit their page at www.ohlone-college-celebrates-50-years-deaf-pride. Did you know Alvarado Elementary School has a time capsule created in 1925 with its location not exactly known? Or that the Alvarado Fire Department used to have an alarm button in front of their building for residents to press in case of emergencies? These are a few interesting facts you can learn about by taking a walk down Alvarado Boulevard hosted by Washington Township Museum of Local History. If you'd like to participate in one of these free walking tours for yourself, they are hosted multiple times a month across the Tri-City area. Schedules of meetups can be found by going to www.museumoflocalhistory.org. The Ohlone College campuses are hosting bi-weekly food pantries for Ohlone students, staff, faculty, and community members. The goal of these pantries is to facilitate the community's access to healthy and nutritious food to those who may not have access to these benefits. The Fremont campus pantry will provide free food on the first and third Thursday of every month and the second and fourth Thursday of every month at the Newark campus. For more information, you can visit the Ohlone College website at ohlone.edu. Let's take a look at this week's sports with Joahan.
Thanks, Rebecca. It's water polo season here at Ohlone College as both men's and women's teams are off to a terrific start to the season as the two teams have a winning record coming into this week. Let's lead off with women's water polo. The Lady Renegades looked to start a winning streak last Wednesday, and they did what they sought out to do, defeating Marin College 10-6. Amber Gobel went off scoring 5 goals, and goalie Elizabeth Shields had 16 saves in the win. The Renegades look to continue their win streak as they take on Diablo Valley in the Delta College last Saturday in the NorCal crossover tournament. Unfortunately for the Lady Renegades, both games did not go so well, losing the 2 games. The Renegades are now 3-3 for the season and will look to get back on track against City College today. Now on to the men's side of water polo. The Renegades took on Cabrillo College last Wednesday, and boy was it intense. The Renegades came out victorious, winning by only 1 point as the final score was 11-10. Chris James balled out, scoring 5 goals, while goalie Ernesto Castro had a total of 16 saves. These same Renegades participated in the tournament at Cresta College last weekend, and their trip was a success, winning 3 out of the 4 games they played. The Renegades are now 8-3 for the season and will take on Los Positas College today, looking to continue their winning ways. Reporter and birthday boy Armando Galan was at one of the last scrimmages for the Ohlone men's basketball team. Here's how it went.
Ohlone basketball was in action for the first time since February. Last Friday night, they scrimmaged against Ohlone College. New head coach Jordan Lee coached his first home game. Ohlone College won by a score of 79-75. Ohlone will scrimmage one last time this Saturday against Holy Names University. The team is looking forward to a promising season. Their home opener will be Thursday, November 10th at 7 p.m. Come support your Renegades. For Ohlone Tri-City News, this is Armando Galan.
Thanks, Mondo. The Ohlone women's soccer team took on Skyline College yesterday, looking for their first victory of the season. And unfortunately, they are still looking for it, suffering their 11th loss of the season. These Lady Renegades will take on Carnival College next Tuesday, looking to right the ship. Now on to community sports. This Friday, the 21st, the city of Fremont will open registration for an adult-only sports league that features wiffle ball, cornhole, dodgeball, and kickball. So if you're interested in dusting off the rust and getting out there for some fun, register at the Central Park Sports Complex this Friday from 6:30 and 9:30. And that's a wrap for sports this week. Back to you, Rebecca.
Thanks, Johan. That sounds like a lot of fun, that free event. That sounds great. Are you looking for a full-time or part-time job? Then come to the mini seasonal career fair tomorrow at the Ohlone College Fremont campus. More than 10 retail and food industry employees will be recruiting for full-time and part-time positions. The mini seasonal career fair will be tomorrow from 12 noon to 2 p.m. It's free and open to the public. Parking is $4. There will be another job fair next Tuesday from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Fremont Downtown Event Center. It's the perfect time to start exploring the great opportunities available to you at different Fremont organizations. Visit fremontbusiness.com to find out more about Tuesday's job fair, hosted by the City of Fremont and the Fremont Chamber of Commerce. That's it for this week's news. To see other stories about Fremont and Newark, Union City, visit our website at ohlonetv.net. Thank you so much from all of us here in the studio. Take care, and we'll see you next week. Goodbye.